Today we're going to demonstrate the installation of two really exceptional drawer slides from Hettich Manufacturing. One of them is going to be the Hettich 5D. And this has a 5-way adjustment for your drawer box. You can go up and down, left and right, in the front and the back, and you can go in and out. There's a dial for that. So a lot of adjustment on what Hettich calls the 5D. And the other drawer slide that we're going to install built on pretty much the same platform, is the 2D. They have a front fixing bracket that you can adjust for left and right and up and down, and then they have a hook on the back, but no adjustment here. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to put the 5D here, and we're going to put the 2D here. And on both of them, the 5D will put the push to open device, and on the 2D we'll put the push to open device. So let's get started. Well, you'll notice that in our little cabinet here that I've added what the industry calls a stretcher rail. It helps to keep frameless cabinets sturdy and square. Well, I added that because I wanted to demonstrate how important it is to allow some space under the drawer slide when you're building a frameless cabinet. The impact that this stretcher rail could have. Now, if you're building face frame cabinets, you don't have to worry about keeping any space under the runner. You can just mount it right on your face frame cross rail. So anyway, that's the purpose of putting in this stretcher rail for a demonstration. Now, how do I locate where I'm going to put the drawer slide? Well, first of all, I have to know how tall the box is, and whatever the box is. If it's 4 inches, then I have to have at least 4 7/8 of an inch. I have to add 7/8 of an inch to whatever size the side of my drawer box is going to be. So what I did is I used the Kreg jig line boring tool like this inside the cabinet so that I can get a perfect 37mm setback. You'll see here that I'm using a little pin here, and there I'm right where I want to be. That's where the front hole is on a frameless cabinet. And then there's also this bottom hole right here, and I use the Kreg jig to get that alignment right. And then use any kind of square or tool to line up your drawer slide to get it level inside the cabinet, and then install the drawer slides. That's the process I use to get the drawer slide into the cabinet. Let's spend just a little bit more time talking about the location of the screw hole here for the frameless cabinet, and let's say you're doing one for face frame as well. So to start with, I'm going to be looking at the same drawing that you are on the screen. You'll notice that in the frameless application, the location of the screw hole here is 37mm back from the front edge of the cabinet. Now, as far as up and down is concerned, I have it in red, and the location of the screw hole from here to the top of the stretcher rail is 38.25mm. And that's to allow space just in case you're going to use a push to open device. Now, that's only 1.25mm space, and that's why I showed you earlier that I put 1/8 of an inch under the slide, because at 1.25, that's kind of tiny. I can't hardly even think that small. So that's the location, 38.25 minimum space to this screw hole in a frameless cabinet, 37mm setback for the screw hole. So now let's switch gears here and talk about face frame. This isn't a face frame cabinet, but you can tell by looking at the drawing. In this case, I'm showing a blocking behind the face frame in a light green, so that I could mount the drawer slide to the blocking if I wanted to, and then I would use a 37mm setback. And I can rest the drawer slide right on the cross rail, so I would have a 37mm to the location up and down, and 37 millimeters from the front edge of the cabinet. Well, you don't necessarily have to block out behind the face frame, and many people won't. Instead, they're just going to use the face frame itself. They'll measure back 10 millimeters, and that's where they'll pilot their hole to mount their drawer slide. They just have to measure up from the cross rail 37 millimeters to the center of the hole, then they can mount their slide in and use a rear mounting bracket, and no blocking at all. So those are some options on that. So the drawer slides are in. Here's some other things I had to take into consideration now as we proceed with the video. My box is 14 3/16 inches wide on the inside, and or 360 millimeters. So that's the width on the inside, and we'll use that to calculate how wide to build the box. And also, my drawer box is 26¼ inches deep. The slide I got is only 21 inches. I think it's going to fit. We can proceed with that, and we'll look at other considerations now as we move along in the video. So now let's take a look at the building of the box for our Quadro drawer slide. And so let me give you some details. In my application, this material, the drawer side material, is 5/8 of an inch. Also, I'm using 5/8 of an inch for the back of the box, and this, which is the front, and we call it the subfront. And my drawer box length here is whatever size slide that I have. So if I ordered a 21-inch slide, so this side material, this piece here, is 21 inches long. And the width of this interior piece that goes between the side members is going to be 360 millimeters minus 42, which means this piece is 318 millimeters long. The other consideration that we have as we look at the box is a notch in the back. These notches are 35 millimeters in the back of the box. And under the box, we'll flip that, the recess that we have in the box here to accommodate these front fixing devices needs to be 1/2 inch deep to the bottom of the box. And then we attach these, and we should be able to just pop this right on the cabinet. So let me try that and see if it works. There. You notice that I gave it quite a slam, and that was to engage the front locking devices and also to get the hooks to go into the back of the box. What I didn't explain when I showed you the back of the box is the two little holes that accommodate the hook. And you can see that in the drawing that I have here, the location for those holes in the back of the box. And there's a drilling jig for that purpose. I'll show that in a minute. So we have the notch, the width of the box, the interior portion here, 318 millimeters, and that's what makes everything work. This drawer slide wants the inside of the box to be 318 millimeters if this is a 360 millimeter opening. And that's what I did this at. That's why it worked so good. Well, let me grab the other box. I haven't put that one in yet. Let's see how easy that works. While I'm grabbing that drawer box, here's a list of the drawer lengths that are available for each style, the Quadro 2D or the Quadro 5D. All of those various lengths, including the front clips and the rear mounting bracket that are mentioned in this video. So take a look at them while I grab the box. And this is the one that does not have multiple adjustments. You only have left and right and up and down in the front. Worked perfect. Now we're going to take a look at where to drill the holes in the back of the drawer box to receive these hooks. We need a 1/4 inch hole here and here for the purpose of receiving the hooks that are on the back of the drawer runner, like you see right here, that hook. So the dimensions are from the edge of the drawer side to the center of the hole, 7 millimeters, and from here to the center, 11 millimeters. 7 and 11 to the center. And then we drill the hole. I'm using a Bloom drilling jig here because I don't have the one from Hettich. And then a 6 millimeter bit in the jig and drill the hole. Do that on both sides. So the hook will go into place. And now the slide is locked on. At this point is when you would put the drawer front on. And this whole video has been based on an overlay drawer front. So our setbacks are designed for that. Now let's talk about the adjustability features. First of all, we'll talk about what is common to both the 5D and the 2D. The 2D and the 5D have the ability to adjust the drawer side to side. So there's a mounting clip underneath, which you can see there on the screen. I put it up. And it gives you the ability to adjust your drawer front from the left to the right, both of them, or you also have the ability to adjust the drawer front up and down. Now that is the only adjustments that you have on the 2D, side to side and up and down. Now the rest of the adjustment features are available only on the 5D. A feature that I really love this feature on Hettich's drawer slide, and that is the dial that's under the box, accessible with your fingertip to adjust the drawer in and out a little bit. And maybe it's too far in or too far out, and it's got that dial. This is the nicest one I've ever seen. I really love this in and out feature on the Hettich 5D. Now those adjustments are all under the box in the front. Now let's go to the back of the box with the drawer box pulled all the way out, and it only is available on the 5D. You have a couple of other adjustments. Now you see in the picture there that if you adjust, there's a little dial on the side in the back where the hook is. So you can dial it and move your drawer box left or right. But it's only on the left side, the other one runs free. And then the other dial that you see there is to lift the back of the drawer box up and down. So with that, this product here, 5D, is outstanding in the industry with its adjustability. And the price is going to be right too, because many of the other undermount slides are going to require you to buy a different front locking device to move your drawer in and out. So in all, I consider this Hettich Quadro 5D and 2D exceptional drawer slides. Now, in another video, we're showing how to use the push-to-open device. That's an inexpensive add-on to the Quadro runner. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, give us the thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I hope you liked this video.